welcome back, or welcome to the War Sheep Podcast. Right, this here, man. First time going live for War Sheep Podcast. Check out the merch here. Ain't gonna bitch about it, right? First Thessalonians 5:18. Ain't gonna bitch about it. It's just something that a phrase that I've heard, phrase that that stuck with me for a while. And when you're in a mind frame of thinking as to where you're not gonna, to accept a no for an answer, or you're not going to just give up or quit on anything, and you're going to praise Yah in what you're doing, or praise the Most High in everything that you're doing, then you support this type of shirt.
Better allergy relief for better boyfriending. Live Claritin Clear.
So yeah, I praise the Most High in everything that you're doing. Then hold on a sec. What is this? You support this type of shirt.
Better allergy relief for better boyfriending. Live Claritin Clear.
So yeah, great. So yeah, am I still recording? All right, I don't know what just happened, but I had a bit of feedback coming through. So yeah, you see the title, you see what we're going to be on. Now this is particularly for the members only. What we're going to be discussing is going over case law, reading my case law, actually case law that I've had. I'm just be going over the case law and reading out what they were bringing, what they brought to the table as far as my discovery. So in reading the discovery and going over it, breaking it down, just doing a play-by-play as to what's going on. We're gonna go into detail with it. What actually was going on? What were they accusing me of? What were they trying to say that I was doing? What were the accusations? Things like that. What were the instruments that are being used in the case? What did it read on its face? We're gonna break down everything and kind of show you and teach you exactly what um, it was all about, basically, and how and what paperwork was filed, what was used during that time. And if some of y'all are not familiar with my story, I was falsely accused and arrested, with no crimes committed at all. As I said before, I may just go ahead and post a bit of my story as well, so you guys can get a little more familiar with it. Do more of a testimonial situation, so that way you guys are a little more familiar with my story. But of course, I had to rely on the Most High, on the Father, to bring me through all of that and to give me step by step what I needed to accomplish, what I needed to do, and keep my mind clear and focused as I kind of went through this whole ordeal. So, in the members only section, in the members only club, of course, I'm gonna be breaking down and discussing these things in detail, in great detail. How to properly use negotiable instruments, how to properly offset or discharge liabilities or debt or whatever it may be. Because So how to do that as well. What modern money mechanics are. What are true modern money mechanics? What is it all about? How does our financial system currently work? Until it changes, and that's going to be near future. But this is information that you're really going to need to have a better understanding of coming into this new era that we're going to be coming into with this digital currency. So you're going to have a great understanding as to what fractional reserve banking is, what modern money mechanics are, things of that nature. So this is a bit of an intro to part one of what we're going to be teaching about fractional reserve banking. And we're going to be using my case law, People versus McLean, as an example as to what you can do out here. Where, of course, the first time it was successful for me. The second time, they accused me of a few things, and without any proof, without any evidence or anything to be able to back them up, they wind up putting me in jail for it. So, just so you know, there are risks to what you're doing. You got to understand what the risks are, but you got to be willing to to take the risk to be able to uncover or to be able to take back control over your estate and your trust. And so you got to be willing to take those risks. And if you're not too quite ready to be able to, then you gotta know that there's other remedies that you can take advantage of, that you don't have to worry about taking any risk in. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just going to show you how to use negotiable instruments. There's been so many times that I've seen so many people use these negotiable instruments incorrectly, or don't truly understand the process, or listen to somebody on this platform on YouTube or on another platform, and next thing you know, they have their whole life torn apart because they didn't properly do the proper steps. You got to take care not only your paperwork, you got to take care of your paperwork, you got to take care of everything first before you think you can go out here and do. You can't go out here as a fictitious being or a slave, so to speak, our product or our produce of the United States. You can't go out here as that and think you're going to be able to take advantage of offsetting liabilities of utilizing negotiable instruments. That's something you can't do, and you're still considered to be a U.S. citizen, right? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be still considered to be a U.S. citizen and think you're going to come out and start to offset liabilities, discharge debt, all this other stuff. Now, you have to correct your status appropriately. You have to make sure that you go through the proper steps of correcting your status, updating your status, and taking care of business first before you think you're going to be able to do anything. So, just so you understand. Now, how to properly do so is another thing. You'd have to be an official member. Now, with this official member, of course, the membership's only $2.99 a month. I mean, $3 a month. I'm pretty sure some y'all got $3 laying around somewhere per month. And the reason why I'm doing this in the membership package is for the simple fact that this is really this is firsthand knowledge. This is firsthand knowledge. This is firsthand information that I've had to use myself personally, and can't ever no not everybody can have access to this information because it does change what we're doing. So so yeah, the reason why yeah so excuse me. So everybody can't have access to this particular information because um, it's because okay, they got some music playing. Either way, back. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but not everybody can have access to this information because it is sensitive information. It is things that you should know, that you must know about how to properly use this system. Knowing the ins and outs of it, I'm still learning a lot about it, and there's so many different vastly different ways you can be able to exercise your rights and exercise the remedies that you have with this particular system. When you corrected your status and things, you're literally making yourself a creator. You're a creator. You're able to create things. You're able to be the one who decides what you can do and determine what you need to do when it comes to offsetting liabilities, discharge debt, things like that. What type of legacy you're leaving behind, who you're going to introduce this to, who you're going to, what you're going to pass down to the next generation that's coming up behind you. And all of that information is important to learn for the simple fact that this is all the information that you've been missing. You know what I mean? This is what you've been missing to be able to make sure that your future generations are carrying on and carrying out a true legacy. You know what I mean? So this is what this is all about. Now, membership is what did I say? $2.99, $3 a month, very affordable. In some of the upper tiers, of course, we're going to be doing different type of content for. We're going to be doing different type of content for the upper tiers that would give you access to execution of those negotiable instruments. I'm gonna show you how to draft them. I'm gonna show you what they're there for. If you're in IRS debt, that's a perfect opportunity for you to be able to sign up for a membership to learn how to discharge or properly discharge an IRS debt, offset the liability of it. I've done it for millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So using negotiable instruments to be able to offset the liability, discharge the debt, using actual law, federal law, to be able to help yourself do so. Not only that, if you have issues with credit, you got bad credit, you need help with taking back authority over your credit, then that's another thing we're going to be going over within the membership. So you'd have to sign up to really dive deep into it. It's the cheapest you're gonna get. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the cheapest that you'd ever get this information for. If you go anywhere else, they're selling packages for you for $500, $200, things like that. Let me see. Prices are crazy, but I'm going to teach you how to do these stuff. I'm going to show you how firsthand knowledge, things that I've done, things that I've used already to be able to offset the liability, discharge the debt, not only on homes, but also on vehicles, automobiles, things like that, uh, and use them as assets. You know what I mean? Working through trust, which is one of the most powerful vehicles you can use in this whole thing. Teach you more about trust in the state, how to own nothing, control everything, and that's the biggest thing, right? Because we all want to understand and learn and know how to own nothing but control it all. You don't want to own anything, right? You don't want to have anything in your name that somebody can come after you. What do you think that they did when Tasha K and Cardi B went to their little whole lawsuit spiel? What do you think all these people who have a vast amount of wealth, what do you think that they do? They put their assets in trust. You know what I'm saying? They do not. They use trust. They use foundations. They use non-for-profits. You know what I mean? But ultimately, a trust is what they'll have set up first, and then they'll trickle along. If depending on what we're trying to accomplish, we will do certain things with foundations and with non-for-profits and things like that. So that's the biggest thing, right? Learning more about it, how to properly form a trust, how to properly form and can take control of your estate, how to separate the two, how to separate yourself from the living person, from the living person to the commercial estate. How do you properly do all of these things? How do you do it to where not only do they recognize what you're doing, they recognize what you're doing, and they're able to say and honor it and respect it. You know what I mean? If I have so many different people who can give testimonies on being let out of jail early, on early release, on just by challenging jurisdiction, things like that. Who have been able to shut down conversations. You know what I mean? With officials. You know what I mean? Things like that. Who've been able to stop court proceedings. Just based on what information I've been able to share with them. You know what I mean? And what the Most High has been able to give me, so I can share with them. That's what I'm looking to share with you all, right? And so once you sign up, you make yourself at home, and then you get ready to. We already have a nice little catalog for you to be able to get yourself up to speed with. Teaches you about what the truth is in society. Teaches you how what the matrix truly is. How you can what role you play in it, and things like that. So just a quick tidbit of what fractional reserve banking is, and we're going to go ahead and get into fractional reserve banking, what it is, what, when, where, why, and how. You know what I mean? Of fractional reserve banking. So during the Great Depression back in 1930, of course, was around in Great Depression. I believe we were forming. We had to form the United States of America, right? But they formed it as a corporation back in 1930. Back in 1931. They then sold the United States, which is the corporation. They sold the United States to the federal or the international banks. Now, the international banks are owned by who? Some of the most wealthy families on the planet, own the international banks. So they sold the United States to the international banks, which of course they had to form to bail us out of that Great Depression, bail us out of all that debt. So once they sold it, they told the U.S. citizens at that time to turn in their gold and their silver and their gold and silver certificates, and so that was called a national banking holiday. They made a whole holiday out of it. That was enacted or was being enforced back in 1933. That was May 4th is when they started to do that in 1933. Now they told them they had about 30 days to be able to get this done, right? So everybody had to turn in their gold and silver certificates. It was all said and done and solidified June 1st, 1933. And U.S. citizens, all of them turned in their gold and silver certificates. But now before then, they were discount houses. They were private bankers, meaning you yourself would do the banking on your own. You would hand out loans. You would, you know what I mean? You would be the one to leverage credit, and things of that nature. You would be the discount house. You would be the private banker. That's what you would be. So you would handle all of your own affairs. But afterwards, of course, turning in all your gold and silver certificates, they formed what was called HJR 192, which created the dollar bill that we all know today, the Federal Reserve note. Now, once that was created, they, of course, gave you a birth certificate, gave you a social security number, and told you how this new life would begin. This was what formed everything for you. So the birth certificate and social security number effectively branded you and made you cattle of the US, of the United States. So, so to speak, right? Because when they take your birth certificate and they say, hey, we got all these birth certificates, that's what they're leveraging as credit to the international banks. So they can be able to get loans. So they can be able to bail us out of the Great Depression, right? So they're selling your labor to the international bank saying this is what this person is going to produce. This is how much they can produce in society, and this is what we have this baby who's born here. We would like to leverage this baby for $2,000, and effectively they receive $2,000 per birth that's registered with them. So you register your birth, you get your social security number, your birth certificate, and they make at least 2 million. Sorry, not 2,000, but 2 million off top. And so how you perform and what you do throughout life, that's why you got to go to school, public school. If you're not in public school, then your parents get in trouble, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? And this is the reason why, because they must have you perform in society to fulfill the debt, right? So let's say that you perform in society, and let's say that you go to prison. You get 30 years in prison, right? 30 years to life or whatever. They're still considering that as being you performing in society. You're still fulfilling your obligation to the debt, to the national debt that's owned by the international banks because you're in prison. You're still performing, right? Now, a lot of people don't understand, even if you go to jail or prison, you can still file taxes on that because that's a taxable event. Now, these are a lot of things that we're going to go over, we're going to learn more about in the membership. In the membership, we're going to learn a lot about what we can do as people, as a man and a woman, as people who have full control and autonomy over our situation, over our trust, over our estate, who's of the age of majority, right? So we're gonna learn more about that, right? So it's still a taxable event. You can file your taxes on that. So that's pretty much what all took place. You know what I mean? And this is the reason why, to balance out the national debt, so we can be able to have some sort of debt that's enforced, right? So would have collateral. So basically, you're used as collateral for that national debt to the international banks, which what we're trillions of dollars in debt. You know what I mean? So it's like you know, is money real? You know what I mean? Is money real? Of course, a lot of us already know that money is not real. Of course, it's just pieces of paper. It's just all fictitious. Is no intrinsic value since 1967. In which that's another thing we will review and go over. You know what I mean? So we're gonna learn a lot, man. We're gonna dive deep into this thing. We're gonna have so much information that's gonna come at you that you can review, that you can be able to jot down, and then eventually, of course, you can implement within your own life things that are extremely important for you to learn, so you can set up your family, your legacy, so you can be able to bring your family into a certain, you know, a wealth group, a tax bracket. You know what I mean? Like we want you to be set up so righteously that you have a whole trust that's protecting your beneficiaries within that trust, and you can enforce and you can be able to do things that you need to do to to just maximize the wealth, to maximize the wealth, to understand how to properly move your assets, how to convey your assets, how to protect your assets. You know what I mean? So somebody's trying to, take them, seize them, sue you for them, that they won't be able to do so just because of the simple fact that you don't own anything. You don't have nothing for them to be able to take, or or whatever. So y'all be sure to go ahead and go and sign up for this membership. Get this membership, because that's the only place I'm gonna be talking about it. It's not meant for YouTube. It's not meant for public YouTube platforms. It's meant for Patreon, which I don't have a Patreon, and it's meant for just private situations, because based on what I've been able to accomplish, and based on the information that I've been able to roll out, man, listen, there's plenty of information that we're gonna go over and review, and I'm gonna give you the real. I'm gonna give you the real, the raw information of what you need to know at an extreme discounted price, right? $2.99, man. That's a tip. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing this information. That's a thank you for sharing this with me. You know what I mean? So I just really want to be able to help y'all out. And yeah, I will make different tiers, because some people are ready for certain levels, and certain people are not ready for certain levels of this. You know what I mean? So we're gonna put it on levels, and once you're gonna get all the basic information you need down on tier number one, when you become a Warsheep warrior. When you become a Warsheep, of course, you become a Warsheep member. Tier number one, you're gonna get basic info, basic information that'll get you started, get you set up, and have you productive. It's still gonna be super effective information, very effective. Everything, it's gonna be life changing, and it's gonna get you to think about society in a different way, right? While we still have society the way that it is currently, you might as well go ahead and maximize the and be effective. You know what I mean? Until it changes to a more digital currency, which is going to be a completely whole different setup, right? We're gonna have to learn even more about that, and we're gonna stay on the cutting edge of what's going on there, right? Because that's literally what I'm studying this digital currency, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, what they're gonna move, how they're gonna move it, and what is it gonna mean once they do it? You know what I mean? So we got to just keep our ears to the streets and our eyes open. But in the meantime, we have to utilize the tools that we have currently to be able to get what we need to get. So once they do flip that switch, we'll be more than prepared. We'll be more than willing. We don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to worry about doing certain things. I can tell you this right now, that the people who are getting hit with inflation, and it's hitting them hard right now, are the people who are not properly prepared for anything in life right now. They have to get more prepared. And the reason why I say that is because the people who are wealthy people see the inflation and it doesn't affect them because they're making more money. You know what I mean? Because it means that their assets are worth more, are more valuable. We got to get you guys thinking more on a acquiring asset mindset. Assets are things that are making you money, and things that are bringing something to the table, things that are making you money, things that are, you know what I mean? So when you start to develop assets, is when you are doing yourself and your future generations good. Now, when you're going to a 9 to 5 and you're being a consumer and you're buying and you're consuming, watching, doing it, you're not thinking, let me acquire assets, let me invest, let me let me start to form a business, or let me. If you're not thinking on that level, then you're going to be doing yourself and your future generations a great injustice, because you guys will continue to hit that hamster wheel, and you're going to run that hamster wheel until you wear yourselves out, and one of your generations will get the picture. They will get the memo, and they will start, and they will get it done. But why should they do it? Why should they have to suffer through it when you can be able to suffer now? When you can go through it and you can set them up properly. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you be the one? You know what I mean? That's going to do it for your generations, right? That's going to do it for your family. Why not you? Why not you be the one that the Most High uses to change the trajectory of your family's future? Why not? Why not? Why let them do it? And you still can set up certain things to keep them motivated. Keep that fire in your family members, in your trust. They have to perform a certain way in order to benefit. You know what I mean? But if you're the one, then you're the one, right? So, man, this is the first live, right? Hopefully, you guys like the scenery. I really do really enjoy shooting things outdoors. I believe it brings a different vibe to the whole set, to everything. And I'm getting used to things like about this because my first time actually wanting to do a legit live, right? At least 1 minute of video is needed to start. And so I don't know what the highlight is supposed to be doing. But one thing's for sure, got little filters. Alright, alright. But I'm gonna get a whole setup here and get it to where I can be able to actually show things to you guys, uh, get you to see what I'm seeing and display things on the screen. So okay, let's see. Cancel. I'm just kind of messing around with this right now. Say live chat. All right. I'm just trying to get rid of this little bar down here. Cancel. Okay, that's not gonna do it. All right. So yeah, we'll worry about that a bit later. You know. So yeah, hopefully you guys catching what I'm saying. If you gotta go back and listen to what this video is again, like I said, go ahead, sign up for a membership. Like I said, it's $2.99 a month. You can't beat it. Like honestly, tell you the truth. Like I said, a lot of this information, people gonna be mad as hell. I'm trying to tell you right now, people in the community gonna be extremely upset because this is valuable information to learn, even for $30 a month, yo. Like $30 a month, and you get the full package. You don't miss a beat, and you get a free shirt. Listen, nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's giving this type of information out for this type of price at all. Like you won't find nobody who's giving it out for this price at all. Like real talk. So I wouldn't be surprised if people would be upset, very upset, because I'm talking these are $500-$600 packages that you had to go into in order to learn this information, and we'll be doing these videos and getting it done for you guys for pennies. You know what I mean? Basically on a dollar, like $3. Come on now, $10, $30. I mean, literally, like I'm trying to tell you, if I showed you some of these packages right now, these packages are anywhere between $300 to $600 to $1,000 packages. Mine's personally, I was charging at least $6,000 for the full setup. For me to do it, it's about 6K. It's about for you to do it, it's about whatever you got to pay to get in the membership. That's it. Whatever you got at $30 a month, $3 a month to understand the basics. Understand before you go out there and start doing it and using it, understanding the basics, understanding what to do, how to do it, when to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you spending $30 a month, you get the full package. You're not gonna miss a video. You're gonna get a free shirt. Ain't gonna bitch about it. First Thessalonians 5:18. We're gonna praise Yah in all situations and all things because it's Christ Jesus who covers us with the blood. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna always praise Yah. And this is meaning behind the shirt, man. We ain't gonna bitch about it. We're gonna continue to press the mark. But yeah, so man, come on now. Y'all better get on to it. Get to it, man. Go ahead. Don't get you some of these joints. You feel me? Go on, get you about 25, 30, 50 of them joints. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get to it. Now, the reason why I'm doing this particular style of videos for the memberships is because, like I said, these are more serious topics, more serious videos. It's not meant for the public eye. I know these videos that I'm doing here are morely, meant for. These are things that I like to enjoy to talk about, enjoy to review and edit and cover things like that. But it's nothing that's going to be life changing, nothing that's going to affect your life. You know what I mean? It's going to change your future. You know what I mean? These are things that you're going to be able to you get some information about certain things that's going on in the world, which is great. It's always great, which is always great to know, always great to keep updated in what's going on in the world. However, um, the things that's going on in the membership, y'all, this is life changing stuff. This is life changing information. It ain't gonna get no better than this. You're gonna understand and know how to deal with these folks out here. People, when those blue and red lights start to flashing, they get to flashing. You're gonna look in the rearview mirror, man. You're not gonna feel nothing, no fear, no nothing, because you know exactly what to do and how to do it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna affect you. You're not gonna be phased because you're gonna understand exactly what you need to do when you go out here and you do business in commerce. You're gonna be like, okay, I understand how to do business in commerce. I know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and you're gonna be confident, very confident. I want to build your confidence. I want to build your confidence. I want to make you more confident in what you're doing, how you're moving in this world, right? And then what type of assets we're acquiring, getting you in the mindset of thinking of success. We're gonna get you in the mindset of success, being successful, working success. You know what I'm saying? Being driven, hard at it. Building a legacy, building a brand, building companies. These are a lot of skills that the Most High has blessed me with, and I'm just looking to share that information with you all. So if you want it, it's not, if you want it, it's for you. $3 a month will get you in the door. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? So, and then that's it. And so, is it something that I'm like, oh shit, man, come on now, what was it gonna really change for me? $3 a month. I'm just saying that don't think about this as something that's a detriment. It is it is an investment. You're investing in self. You need this information not only because we need to establish generational wealth. We have a beautiful community of folks that's going to be like-minded. It's going to continue to help you be driven. You're going to have your own set of emojis you can be able to mess around with when we go live and do lives just like this one. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be able to it's just so much to enjoy. So it's just so much you can be able to enjoy. My thing is that I'm trying to figure something out here, and it's not doing. Oh, hold up. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin this on up there. The shirt that I'm currently rocking right now. We're gonna pin that to the live right now, and yeah, I'll get y'all. Like I said, y'all get y'all about 30 of them giants. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy. You feel me? Go crazy, and we're gonna keep it pushing. Now, I'm gonna start, making it a point to try to do at least an hour of live every other day, maybe 4 times a day, yo. We gonna, and we might just set a particular date and time. I might start going live at around 6, maybe 7. You know what I mean? Might be a great time to do it, so that way we can converse. I need to reach out. I need to be able to have a good conversation with y'all. So, but we're going to talk about different things today. Of course, the topic is totally about fractional reserve banking and the membership. The membership, y'all. $2.99, yo. Go ahead and get your life set up. Get your life together. Get it put together. You see what I'm saying? Are you sure you want to? No, I don't want to stop streaming. And I'm learning a little bit more about how to utilize this. Because right now I got this filter thing up. Oh shit! See that? See what I'm saying? Got this filter thing up right now, and it won't exit out. I don't think I need. Yeah, I don't really need a filter, do I? Oh shit! That make me more handsome. Nah. But y'all jump in there, man. Get y'all packages together, man. Go ahead and get it in there. Become a member of the Worship Podcast. Get you about 30 of these joints, man. I don't know if I'm gonna have to stand up to show you. Oh, yeah. Especially if you're trying to hit the gym, man. You hitting the gym. Man, you hitting the gym in this joint, man. Ain't gonna bitch about it, man. People listen, ain't gonna bitch about it. And for some of y'all out there, man, who got that religious spirit on you, man, just listen. They got things going on all throughout the Bible when they talk how they want to talk. You know what I mean? I think what Peter said in the dumbass spank with man's voice. You know what I mean? Like dumbass. He said dumbass clear as day. It just it's not profane language. It's not. It's not. Uh, 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 Cursing, or using curse words. It's not none of that. We don't do none of that here. But we do talk our shit. We do pop our shit off. So, and I really want to know and hear some of y'all testimonies, man. Some of you guys who've been on your journey and learning more about. Oh shit, sorry, and learning more about how to utilize negotiable instruments, best ways to be able to take care of negotiable instruments, offsetting and discharging debt, things like that. I would like to learn more. I would like to know more. You know what I mean? I want to hear more about this because in fractional reserve banking, what information can you share that is solid information that people really that's been applied, make it that can be applicable. You know what I mean? Solid information. I'm talking to the community. I want you to bring some truthful shit that you've done, that you've utilized yourself. I mean, don't feel free to network in that way. You know what I mean? Like network. Share information amongst each other. And it's just ultimately showing love to each other, sharing information amongst each other. You know what I mean? This ain't no platform where one man there's only, one person knows nah. Like if you got some solid shit that you've done that has been a benefit and a blessing to yourself and your family, share that with the community. Share your journey, That's another thing, of course, getting into the intimate details of my particular case and what's going on and what happened in my situation is something that's going to happen in the membership level. Like I said, I'm going to be reading my case law. I'm going to be breaking down to you guys exactly what I was thinking, how I was thinking it, and describing what testimonies that the Most High has brought me through, the things that He was able to accomplish for me, and the things that He taught me. Because ultimately, I didn't choose to take this particular to learn these things. This was introduced to me by a man named Kabir Bajabilamila, who introduced me to. At that time, it was an I-Man type of information. You know what I mean? Things like that, and then from that, it sparked a whole different zeal of studying, of learning, of uncovering, the devices of the enemy, what they're using to keep us oppressed, what they're using to keep us, relying on them in the system. Um, that's what really altered and changed everything for me. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate him for introducing this information to me, because it was life changing for me. And I appreciate the Most High for using him as a vessel to get me to where I am now. With this. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a great time sharing information, and this is just the beginning of that. We're gonna be posting a ton of great shit. And like I said, if you're gonna be new as a new member, there's already a nice code. I believe 5-6 videos you can be able to catch up on, and you'll learn a lot from those videos. One of them, in particular, I have a whole new set of information about modern money mechanics. I believe I did a video that was years ago when I first started to learn more about it. Did a video on it, and I believe that the information that I currently do have now is going to be even more beneficial to the platform, even more fruitful to you. It's going to help you grow even further. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, y'all. I can't see no chat right now, just so you know. I'm just, like I said, I'm still learning how to. Okay. I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to work this thing, because let me share. Almost got an hour on here, man. I'm about to go ahead and close this thing out. Phone about to die. So yeah, bless y'all. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, don't forget to go over there, get that membership done. Right, $2.99 a month. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing. It's pennies, and that'll get you well on your way to setting up a financial path for yourself and your family. Right, for generational wealth building, and we will get that thing rocking and rolling. This is the cheapest I've ever done this information for. This is the cheapest that I've ever done it for. I normally start minimum $500 chart out the door, and that's for the basic setup. And honestly, yeah, if you want me to do it for you, that's the basic setup. It costs about that much. It costs about $500 to get you set up. You know what I mean? I can get you set up with the basics. Um, but ultimately, for the full package, it's about six K. So you got to be ready to make that investment, which is, in my opinion, that is not a bad price. Other people gonna charge you quite a, and you don't know if it's gonna work or not. Me personally, I had to use it firsthand to get myself out of that situation that I was in, and it was extremely effective. And the things that I know that works is what I'm bringing to you to the table. The things that I know, is bullshit that's gonna get you hemmed up and put you in a certain situation that you don't really need to be in at all. Those things right there are the things that I'm gonna leave on out. So we're not gonna deal with things that are a waste of time. It's gonna waste our time, and that's not going to be a benefit to us to get things moving. Because I like my shit easy. I like my shit simple. I don't want my shit too complicated to where I don't understand it. I want it to be simple, and I need to be understandable. Okay, this makes sense because this is the way that things work. We're gonna get you back to where you need to be, to where you reach the age of maturity and you're in full control over yourself and your house. You know what I'm saying? So catch me on my next live. All right, we're gonna go ahead and drop another one. Another one's gonna be probably tomorrow at around 6 p.m. I'm going ahead and set it up. We're gonna be talking about something a bit different. But go ahead and catch me on my next live, and we're gonna go ahead. Listen, we're gonna rock it out, man. We're gonna have a good time with this thing. I gotta think about exactly how I want to do my live streams. I think that I would love to do them a certain way, and it may require me to have a certain setup. And once I get the proper setup, I can do it. But I'm still contemplating on how I want to do it. So for now, we can make it real intimate, just you and I. You know what I'm saying? just myself, and then y'all connecting over there on the other side of the screen. But either way, I'm going ahead and sign off, man. This is War Sheep signing out. It's your boy Barack. And then until next time, we'll see you in the next one. Shalom.